right, so I think this thing is on. I think. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, we doing good. We doing good. Welcome to the In Women's Business live stream. I think we've got a solid topic and a solid panel tonight. I'm your boy LP. Phil, please introduce yourself, sir.
I'm Phil from the Poor Horseman. How y'all doing, ladies?
Why is your name Freaky? What is going on?
He always with the surprises.
Why is your name Freaky today?
That has
Shirley,
been a
you're on my
childhood
top
name
right.
of mine.
Shirley, you're on my top right. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Shirley. I'm Poor Horseman, Patreon, a little while. So just glad to be here with y'all.
We appreciate you joining us. We appreciate it. All right, I think I got Jay from the Jay Williams Experience. Please introduce yourself next.
Hello, I'm Jay Williams from the Jay Williams Experience. We'll be launching soon, and I'm born and raised in Houston, Texas.
No, thank you for joining us. All right, now this might be a challenge. We did some troubleshooting before we got started. Savvy B, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, plugging me. That's fine. And I'm some mindset and wellness. You guys can follow me on Instagram. And basically, I help sparkle into that healthiest self in their mindset around through fitness, holistic.
It's breaking up. It's breaking up. I knew it would. It's working though. It's working. We can hear you. We can hear you though. We can hear you though. So we're gonna make it work. We're gonna power through. I think it's gonna get better as we go along. All right. Thank you, Savvy. We appreciate it. Bree, please introduce yourself. Bree has been with us before, so please introduce yourself.
Hey y'all, I'm Bree, the host of the Conversations with Friends podcast, and a local Houston hairstylist. Happy to be here.
Okay. In Asia, you're next on my screen. Please introduce yourself.
Hey y'all, I'm Asia. I am a regular person.
Asia is definitely regular cat. She definitely is regular cat at this point.
I got a regular job.
First off, what's going on with all the hey y'alls? What is that? Is this a Texas thing? Everybody said hey y'all.
You know, I've been in the South for about 10 years now. I'm born and raised in California, but I went to Tuskegee. I've been in the South for a long time. So
okay.
A lot of people don't think I'm from California now.
And Bree, you invited someone for us also, so we appreciate it. Can you give a introduction, and it will allow her to introduce herself as well?
Yes, this is my cousin, the Nigel J. Go ahead, introduce yourself, girl.
Hey y'all, I am.
Hey y'all, I knew it. I knew it. Hey y'all, go ahead.
But I am Tanija J. I have a YouTube. It's under my name, Tanija J. Also follow me on Instagram. I don't know if y'all asked for all that, but I'm gonna give it to you.
Oh, we want it. You want it all.
Yeah, Instagram Tanija J. My YouTube is Tanija J. And I have a single coming out soon. So.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You sing?
You singing or you giving bars? What is it?
I wish I could rap, but no, I'm singing.
I sing too.
Oh, you do?
What you sing, Phil?
You heard me singing before the podcast.
Man, come on. All right. So today's topic, thank y'all so much again for joining. I think we'll have a good discussion. So today's topic is based on, should a woman provide wife duties before marriage? So there's kind of a few things that we'll jump into with that. I'm going to play a few videos like I always do. All right. Each one of these will discuss the topic, and then we'll just have a discussion from there. Phil and I probably have an opinion, but obviously this is in women's business, so we want to hear what y'all opinion will be first. So let me play the first video.
Yeah.
Okay.
There'll be 3 consecutive videos that we do. So let me play this first one here. All right. And I'm going to turn everybody off when I play the video. So 1 second, let me get everybody out, and then I'll play these 3 videos back to back to back.
Women do wifely duties as a girlfriend. Let's talk about it. First of all, I just want to say, to each their own. There's no right or wrong way to do it. If you want to do it your way, do it your way. It's your life, baby. Ain't nobody judging you. But if you are cooking for, cleaning for, doing laundry for, doing other stuff for, doing that mouth work, doing that booty work, praying for, filling out paperwork, handling bills, congrats, sis. You're being a wife. And guess what? It's okay. Just know it could go two ways. Some way it could go is that he'll actually end up marrying you. You know why? Because real recognize real boo. You know what I'm saying? That's a real man. He's gonna do what he gotta do. The other way that it could go is if he doesn't end up marrying you and you feel like you wasted your time because he said, you know, why buy the cow when you get the milk for free? If he decides to marry you, then, you know, take your win. You got your win. If not, sis, hold on. Don't take it as a loss. Because you know why? You've just learned how to be the best wife you can to your actual husband who's coming next. You dig what I'm saying? You dig that? You dig that? Yeah. Of course, there's a lot more to it, but you know, what's y'all thoughts? Let me know in the comments below.
You give previews. You don't never give everything you have. Give them something new.
How are you developing these wife skills if you never put them on display? Like,
No,
What makes a skill wife skills?
I'm about to
It's
say,
a
what the
daily
hell?
thing.
man is not holding back things for women
I feel
till we get married.
We
like,
have to put up everything up front.
They're gonna give you everything they have to offer at first, and then 2 months later, they're gonna be a totally different person because they got nothing left to
That's a
offer.
fact.
Exactly.
Ladies, one of the biggest mistakes I see y'all make is not performing wife duties until a man make you a wife. Guess what? You'll never be a wife. Men are simple, logical thinkers. I mean, 1 + 1 = 2. So if you never showed him that you could be a wife, why would he make you a wife? That's like me being an NBA scout. And I never seen you play in a high school game, a college game, not even a little league game. But I scout you because you told me that you the next LeBron James. It just don't make sense. You can be in a relationship with a man for years, 20 years, and he not marry you. And yeah, he can be in love with you to the fullest extent, don't want to see you with nobody else, and never marry you. And then he could get with somebody else and be with them 6 months and see all of the qualities that he looked for in a wife and marry her. The emotional part is with y'all. We are not emotional thinkers. Y'all emotional thinkers. I'm in love with this man. I don't never want to be with nobody else. I can't see myself with nobody else. I want to marry him. And that's fine. But you can't think that your man think the same way. That man need to see some wife qualities before he make you a wife. He not gonna guess on that. That's some free game, man. Y'all need to put it to use, because it's not gonna happen no other way.
All right. Let me bring everyone back in. So, 3 different scenarios. First scenario, a young lady says, hey, maybe if you are doing wifely duties, so to speak, and you don't get married, maybe you're preparing yourself for your actual husband. Next person says, no, I'm holding back. I'm not doing anything in the wifely duties arena. And then the brother is saying, how are we supposed to know you can be a wife if you're not doing anything that is wifely duties? So anybody who want to get us, I see a few people side-eyeing already, and we ain't even made no comments. You know what I'm saying, Phil? They looking at us like we crazy already. So Phil, me and you I want to start this first. First thing I want to ask is, what is considered wife duties? What is considered wife duties? Does anyone want to take that first?
That's what I want to know. What y'all consider to be wife duties?
When you
me and Phil will give our opinions here in a second. We want to start with y'all. What do you consider, Bree? What do you consider wife duties?
I guess it would be making sure that you eat every day. I guess helping you build whatever it is that we're trying to build together. I guess clean. I don't know, because I feel like a man and a woman need to be cleaning up the house, and I mean, it's a different story if you providing for the family and I'm just sitting at home, then okay, maybe, but I feel like grown people should be pulling their weight. But maybe, cleaning up the house, taking care of the kids.
Man, I feel like y'all asking a lot to be sharing those responsibilities. I mean, Phil, they asking a lot. I'm supposed to be cleaning up too? What they doing then?
If we're both working, yeah.
Man, I don't know what's happening right now. Anyone else want to tackle that? Jay, what do you think?
I think that it's important to date with intention to start. However, as far as wifely duties, if a woman, I mean, you're talking about a grown woman, if she's a clean person, she keeps her own house clean. I don't see anything wrong with chiming in on her man's house if she wants to, or, working with him, it's a team effort. You know what I mean? So I don't really agree with the wifely duties term. I think that if you are a man and you are falling in love with this woman, because a man is supposed to find a wife, right? So, and he's specific about what he's looking for. Again, intention. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, depending on what you mean. I've been married for 17 years, and when I met my husband, I didn't have a problem with going to his house and cooking for him, but it's because it's what I wanted to do. Not because it was something I was trying to do to get him to marry me. It was just what I wanted to do.
Phil, you on mute. You talking. We can't even hear you. What'd you say?
We can't hear him.
We can't hear Phil at all. All right, Shirley, I'm gonna throw it to you. What you got? And then Savvy, I'm gonna come to you next.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, old dude on the last video, I've been pissed off ever since I saw that video. 2 whole being a wife of years. What I can say is I'm sure everybody has to as to what wifely duties are, and has totally different perspective as to what that includes or what that entails. You know better, you do better. So duties, I cook for my man, I clean for my man, and I make sure my man is good. We do as a unit. So what really kicked me about this, it's like he wants the whole experience is he bringing to that experience. Is he displaying husband qualities? Because it's not one woman that's going to perform these wifely duties with every guy that. So if that was the case, then we'd be wore out and burned husbands. So, in my opinion, I think it was something out the side of his neck, because wifely duties, cooking, cleaning, because as women to be wives, so that means taking care of the household, in the household. So, but no, you don't get the wife.
Dang, y'all hard on brothers. All right.
Can you hear me now?
Sorry, how do I pronounce your name?
Yeah.
How do I say it again?
To
Nigel. Okay, Savvy to Nigel. What y'all think?
So to define wifely duty relationship, I think of duty self-sufficient and on the same definition, and they are when we say wifely duties are our situationship, our man that's not our man, or are we talking in a committed relation intent? Like when you're in, it's totally different. You can't be out here people thinking that those are the things. Are you physically responsible? Do you know what it means to me? And I don't mean being a yes person. Allow that, do you know how to find with those first that qualities and not just a lot of people like in the first video, like, you know, cooking. We grown adults, so cooking and cleaning and putting in their part. Husband works till you're not coming home to, you know, working 12 hours a day. I'm working, you know, 12 hours home to cook. That's not a relationship that I want to be in. So to find who is equal and then start this.
No, look, I'm gonna say I had to read a lot of lips during that. I was doing my best. I caught a lot of it. It sounded like Savvy was saying she wants to cook and clean before she's married. She wants to take care of her man as much as possible. It sounds like she's comfortable doing as much duties. She even defined wifely duties as anything the man wants. So Savvy, we applaud.
You put that in her mouth.
All right, Tanaja, what you think?
I don't think there's a such thing as wifely duties. I feel like everybody kind of just needs to do what works for their household. So wifely duty sounds like something specific to a gender. And if we both in this house and we both, especially if we both work, you're gonna have to.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can't hear you, Phil. We can't. Phil just interrupted completely. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah. It sounds like a foreign concept to me.
Okay, so someone said that them videos making a wife sound like a maid.
Yeah.
Is that how y'all feel? Asia, Asia's screen looks crazy right now. Asia looks like she from a BlackBerry in 1998.
Yo,
Asia, what you gotta say? I don't even know how you got your video to look like that. That looked like
She's trying to make it work. She's trying to make it work.
Go ahead, Asia, go ahead.
Like, I'm in full Zoom effect. I can probably see everything. I'm glad I flossed and whatever. But I do feel like, I guess when in a group chat, I use the analogy of a promotion, like at work. If your boss come to you and ask for more, you to do more responsibilities, you ask them where the money at, period. Like, where's my promotion? Where's my level up to reflect these new responsibilities, these new titles? You've already proved he's giving you more. Your boss is giving you more responsibilities because you've proven that you can excel in the position that you're in. So the same goes in dating. Dating is an interview, and then as you progress into, you know, commitment and things like that, the responsibilities get bigger. So in the dating phase, people are dating people tend to date multiple people and things of that nature. So why would I be a wife or what to a man who's dating multiple people? It doesn't make sense. Like, again,
I mean, I would say that if this was an interview right now, I'm not hiring Asia. The audio sounds great. Audio is impeccable. But right now, I don't know exactly what we're even looking at. Phil, do you know what we're looking at? Because Asia's box looks insane.
Dial up. I'm telling you, she on dial up.
we got. All right.
Pay attention to my words now.
So Phil, maybe to you and I, and we'll go around. What do we consider as wifely duties? That's a question, because you know the brother is saying you're not gonna be a wife if you don't do XYZ. What are we considering as XYZ?
We listen.
Can you hear me, LP?
We can.
Okay. I would consider the cleaning, the making sure he eats, the man, just everything that what was it, a guy in the first video, or was it a lady? A lady in the first video said, yeah, it's just like, listen, if she does that naturally and that's her natural instinct to do those things,
we got 2 ages.
She shouldn't be penalized or.
No, go ahead. Keep going.
It's 2 ages. Oh, okay.
No, it's not.
Nah. So yeah, man, just those regular things that the lady said in the first one. That's what I believe. Those are the duties.
As a person who's been married for a good bit, I don't know if there's a such thing as duties, so to speak.
Yeah.
I think there are some things that when a man, it depends on if you're handling your business though first. So we'll start there. Right. When you come home, there's a level of peace that you look forward to. I don't know if there's duties that come with that, but I would prefer, if I can say I prefer to be home than out in the streets, then something's happening right.
No bullshit.
If that makes sense, like I don't know the best way to explain it, but you can either be out in the streets or you can prefer to be home. So I don't know if there's a duties that are taking place. And I would imagine on the woman's side also, you all have those things as well. Someone mentioned husband. What are husband responsibilities to y'all? Because a lot of people don't feel like, I mean, the new age, there ain't no protect and provide. Women say we doing that on our own.
Yeah, it is.
Nah, like
that ain't going nowhere. That ain't going nowhere.
Nah, that's not true. Like if you know, I watch a lot of content. There's a lot of content shot in the studio also, and I hear often, "We don't need you, brothers. We don't need you. We making our own money."
That's cold, man.
I don't feel that way.
I don't agree.
I think that's the problem too. A lot of
go
people
ahead. Someone jump in.
I think that's the problem too. A lot of people, a lot of these content creators are like reflecting the thoughts of social media and not reflecting the everyday thoughts of regular women. They don't necessarily reflect me. Like, I mean, Red Table Talk, Jada Pinkett. I mean, I'm not interested in entanglements. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, they're not a reflection. It's not necessarily culture. Like I can't say every man is Kevin Samuels. You know what I'm saying? So it's
rest in peace, Kevin Samuels.
Who is that? Who is that?
Like,
dead.
Every dynamic of a relationship is going to be different. Even the individual as a person is going to be different in every relationship. That person that with is going to bring out something different.
Okay,
and
so y'all feel like there's
where the wife does, the man cooks and the wife doesn't. Like you.
So you feel like there's still roles, so to speak. Like there are still roles in relationships.
I feel like I feel like it's up to the couple to define what works for them within their relationship. But for me and myself, I do appreciate a traditional relationship. Traditional, like the man be the provider, protector, like make me feel like we not gonna be out on the streets. Make me feel like you got my back if somebody try to come for us. Like make sure that I feel loved and cared for.
No doubt.
Phil, are you?
See, for me, Bill, I just said A speaking from like a content.
I ain't gonna lie, folks. I can't hear you, folks.
Yeah, we can't hear you. We really can't. We can't.
It's choppy.
At all.
It's real choppy.
Nah, we might have to give you the boot. I ain't gonna lie to you.
We'll have you. I'm gonna drop you and see if you can come back in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you come back in. All right. So Jay or Shirley, what you think?
What I was saying was, speaking in a traditional sense, of course, wife being the person that takes care of the home and takes care of everything that the home needs. But today, which are not traditional, you're looking at a man who wants the milk, the grass, and everything that comes with that. And he wants her to build like a brick house able
Oh, we
to
definitely need a brick house. So I'm gonna say wifely duty starts with being built like a brick house. That is probably the first requirement.
But
you're sounding real toxic right now.
I apologize. I didn't start that way. Built like a brick house is probably the first requirement.
But that's not
in
even
these scenarios,
That's not
the
even
guy
true.
Right.
The guy is getting the best deal in the scenario, thing that he wants and needs, and maybe not even being and not reciprocating. So in those type of scenarios, the guy's always going to come out on top. To cook for him, to clean for him, to do him, pump, make sure he has everything that he needs as far as wifely duties. But then we're left with what? A brick house?
Yeah, brick house is reasonable to us. I think that's
Brick
a reasonable
house.
thing to be left with.
Yeah.
Because if you need to put it back out in the streets, you can put it back out in the streets. Like, we understand. Like, that's not unreasonable. Like, it is much easier for a woman to find a mate than it is for a man.
That's absolutely
You said what? It's much easier.
Yeah, it's much easier.
LP.
Yes, sir.
It's two women on here makes me believe everything that they say. I'm gonna just go with whatever they say.
And who are they? Who are they?
It's Shirley's voice and Jay's voice. They mean business. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
So
how long have y'all been married?
I've been married 17 years, but I feel like when you talk about wifely duties, typically that means in a sexual manner. They don't necessarily mean cleaning and all of that, at least in what I was accustomed to or I heard growing up. But I just feel like if you go too far with a man, I mean, you give him everything, and then he turns around and goes to somebody else. Then what?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't prepare your
I'm talking about I'm talking about you are commingling funds.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about while you're dating, you're commingling funds. You are doing everything. He's not able to provide for you 100%. So you're a team player. You're also bringing in an income. You're contributing, and then you got to take care of the house, and you got to take care of everything else. And then and you're living like a wife. You're doing all the things. And then what? He decides, you know what? You didn't keep your body up, or something changed, and now he's moved on, and you left with what? You've done all this for this man. Like I said, it's important to date with intention. And I mean, off the rip, I did that. I was like, listen, I'm not a forever girlfriend.
Aren't you supposed to leave people better than you found them? So you're just preparing him for his queen.
Please.
Like you. Nigel, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
What is she?
Nigel, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
What is she leaving with?
No, I'm saying y'all are supposed to leave people better than you found them.
Right, but what is she leaving with?
She left better also because now she knows how to take care of a king. Like she knows how.
It's a no.
What you mean? I don't think that's unreasonable.
Yeah.
Like we still can't hear you,
Savvy. It's still choppy.
Yeah, we still can't hear you.
Yeah, like the scenario he used.
Go and call it a night. I ain't gonna lie to you, folks.
Like the scenario he
Because that bullshit catch us on replay.
the guy in the last video.
Yeah.
He used the scenario referencing LeBron James.
LeBron.
And he is if I'm telling you that that's wifely duties, why do you feel the need to scout me? I'm showing you
trial period, just like other things before we because sometimes you got to return things back to the store. That is a fact.
Come on, give it 30 days.
You gotta at least give us 15 years to decide if we want to marry.
And see, this is where that
reasonable.
like Kevin Samuel's mentality is coming in, where like women are now like not valued. and we're supposed to be pouring into men, and we're not getting poured back into. And then, you know, then there's questions as to why, you know, there's bitterness or like, you know, the angry Black woman or things of that nature. And it's a lot of times what happens is, you know, as a woman, we're creating these safe spaces for men, and the same thing is not being reciprocated.
Well,
and it's just not, it's not okay, like, at all.
Man,
So,
that's what I'm saying.
Phil, what do you say? What do you say, Phil?
Basically, this is a bunch of bullshit, man. I'm telling you, man. Because a woman is gonna naturally do what she thinks that man is going to like to add on to the attraction physically. So she's more than likely gonna cook and clean and stuff just out of pure, hey, I can really cook. You should add this to what makes you like me. I can look how clean I am. All of this, man. I'm telling you, this shit goes all together, man.
It does.
I know I look
mean,
young.
there is, but there's also levels of boundaries too. You don't want to give all of that. Like you have to set parameters around that. Like I will.
So, are these sexual boundaries?
But I will. You know what I'm saying? But there's boundaries to that. I'm not. You know what I mean? You're not going to get that regularly. Versus as if I was married, right?
So what do y'all expect from a husband then? What do y'all expect? And I'm gonna go to you, Bree, first. What do y'all expect from a husband?
From my husband?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if you're dating someone, to know that you qualify him as potentially being your husband, what are you looking for then?
I want to hear that shit.
I expect for him to be chivalrous. I expect for him to
opening doors, buying flowers,
all of that. I expect for him to consider me when he makes moves and decisions. I expect for him to love me the way that I want to be loved.
Man, I need on the poor horse.
That I need to be loved. I expect for him to show me that he is capable of providing for me. I want him to show me that he's building something if he haven't already built it himself. But you know, be a man. Like show up in my life like a real man would, which is like I told y'all before. I want my husband to protect me, to provide for me, and protecting also and providing is also providing like emotional security and make me feel safe when I'm with you, when I'm not with you. Like treat me as a feminine being.
Man, y'all asking for a lot. All right.
Man, they want me, man.
Yeah, they I'm telling you, they want us to be like on poetic justice. They want us in our mail truck.
Obama, man.
Right. and Michelle Obama hated Obama for 10 years. She said it. All right, Tanaja, what you think? What do you expect from a husband then?
I don't really feel like it's not like, let's cut the husband out. Like as a person, I just expect you to be a good and kind person. Like to me, like be a good friend. That means like protecting me because I would protect you. That means like kind of mirroring what I would do. So I don't know, like when you say husband and wife, it makes it seem like it's an imbalance. Like we should both be trying to, like, what do you need? How can I give it to you? Vice versa. Like I just don't understand why it has to be like, okay, this is what a husband needs. Like, no, are we gonna be good people to each other? We're gonna be good friends. We're gonna support each other. Let's move forward.
Okay. All right, Savvy. We're gonna give you a chance.
Now, can y'all hear me?
It's still choppy. It is still choppy. We gonna get you right though. We gonna get you right. So this week,
man, tell her to go.
Stars weren't alive for this week. We will get you right. Phil said you need to be on Cricket Wireless or dial up.
Yeah, right. You gotta move. She gotta move out of the boondocks, folks. They can't hear that bullshit.
Here's my thing. Y'all have mentioned stuff like maybe we're partners, maybe we're doing this together. I think the problem with a lot of relationships is there are no expectations set. Like people do come into relationships with some form of expectation. And oftentimes, if you don't have like a hard line, like, hey, this has to happen, or I definitely need this, you resent your partner after a while, and you start wondering why I'm with this person. Like, why is this person not doing XYZ when we have communicated that XYZ matters to me? So that also is a thing. Now, men, we're not as good at communicating what we want and what we need. So while the last guy was ridiculous, he was right in saying that we don't really come to you in an emotional way and saying, if this doesn't happen, we're leaving. Like, what's a way that we can communicate better, maybe, to show what we need in the dating stages? Because Jay said with intention, men aren't thinking about what intention is.
So
No,
I
we
think
dumb.
that
We dumb.
I think that has a lot to do with lack of self-awareness, because I can even say that from my standpoint, even just maybe up to like 2 years ago, I didn't know myself. I couldn't even tell you what I really like to do. I struggle with anxiety and depression. So I just was always stuck in my head. So like therapy and things of that nature, I think that especially in the Black community, we resist therapy, we resist talking about our feelings, and we normalize walking around with weights on our shoulders and feeling the way, like feeling that way. So a lot of the reasons why you can't communicate what you need is because you don't know yourself. And if you don't know yourself, how can you express that to someone else? You can't. And then there's a difference between transparency and honesty. Honesty is if I come to you about something and you give me an honest response, but transparency is you being upfront with it, because I may not know all of those questions up front, the right questions to ask. So that comes with you being self-aware. And a lot of people, we think like, oh, they lied to me. They just don't know themselves. That may be their truth in that moment. So.
No. I mean, look, I definitely would say amongst our community, we're not as open to telling people when something's wrong. You know, we're quick to be more like, you know, I'm gonna cuss, my bad, fuck it, we just gonna go through it. You know what I'm saying? So getting help or asking people for help has been more of a new trend in our community, and I would say more of a new trend for women more so than the men, for sure. Like we definitely are just now getting to the point where we're willing to go sit down with someone and tell them what's going on with ourselves. Do you feel like couples counseling and things like that are important even when you're in a dating stage?
Yeah.
And I think that couples counseling shouldn't only be when things are going wrong. I think that there
it should be when it's good as well. Yeah.
Because you don't know, like someone, like a therapist may hear something that might be just simmering, and like may realize this may become something more bigger in the future. So
Asia got Cricket Wireless too. The Cricket Wireless done crept up on us.
Wait till it gets too far.
And she's still talking like the Energizer Bunny.
All right, so Shirley or Jay?
Yeah, they square business. They don't play.
Was counseling a part of your journey in your, like, something before you got married, or like how does that look in a long-term relationship? Because y'all are in more long-term relationships.
Yeah, I absolutely am a firm believer in premarital counseling while you're dating. Like I said, dating with intention is so important, but then also understanding that after you've been married, I mean, the day you get married, the very next day, you're not the same person you were the day before. And it's important to understand that. So know thyself, basically. And so your partner needs to understand that as well. You grow together, but therapy definitely helps in that journey. It definitely is something that I encourage. My daughter just got engaged, and she and her fiance are, doing that because it's just important. You can't expect things to be the same that as it was when you were dating. You know how it is when you first start dating, you're wearing your Sunday best, you're on your best behaviors, just like a job interview. And then once you get good and in the situation, especially after you get married, it's not the same. You don't have those warm and fuzzies and the butterflies anymore. In fact, you might not even like them that much. You know, you have to know yourself and know your person and be willing to have the conversation, but start early, because as you said, it's very challenging, especially in our, in the Black community, to have open conversation, open dialogue. People don't want to hear that they're messing up or that, somebody's outgrowing them. So yeah, I'm a firm believer.
Definitely. I agree with you. And it really takes 100% present for each other.
Mm-hmm.
That being physically, whatever it takes, to make sure that your space, you're heading in the same direction. You gotta have, you gotta be moving forward in the same direction. Communication is so, and then being 100% present. I used to hear people say all the time, 50-50, and you're 50% in, that's 100. But it takes 100% on both parties in order successfully moving forward. So yeah, I definitely, that is, if that's needed. Again, I got married, I was much younger. So when you know better, you do better. And I know better now. So it's definitely something that should be taken into consideration.
Okay. So this is my last question. Phil, you and I'll get started with this. All right.
Oh,
there was an alluded to that wifely duty sometimes really just means the sex. That's in the nastiest way possible.
Yeah,
like that's what people be alluded to. Brick house, nasty. Does that matter? Or is it all the other stuff around that? Phil, I would throw it to you first. Could you be in a sexless relationship?
No, absolutely not. Okay, let's get that out the way. Okay. The sex probably is the icing on the cake. Would you ladies say that's the icing on the cake?
No, this just you. Don't go to them. This is just you. Just
okay.
Right
I won't go. Okay. Just the sex for me probably would be the I would probably have on my mind. That's just, I don't care if you cook good, clean good, none of that. If the coochie ain't good,
not coochie,
right?
What you want to
sound a little rank.
Vagina.
I don't like that word.
I mean, it is what it is.
I don't want to say
it goes both ways.
the P word, right?
Yeah, because we don't want to get cooked off YouTube. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I think Janet Jackson said Punani.
And Phil got Cricket Wireless right now too. So everything you said, you had one face on the screen the whole time, looking like you was ready for some action. So the whole time you was talking, you look like that.
Punani, yeah.
He's still behind.
The bullshit. But I do think men are pretty simple. We really are.
Y'all just want sex.
We are dumb.
That's what he's saying.
We are simple creatures. We are. You're hearing it from a man right now. Yeah, I'm telling
y'all just don't know how dumb we are.
We are dumb.
No, we know how dumb you are.
Oh,
that's not the question.
But this is my question though. Women go through a lot of things health-wise, and what if it gets to a point to where the woman can't comfortably have sex? Then you left with nothing. Like you don't care about
we're
what they provide for you mentally.
I'm definitely
cheating. I'm going to cheat. What are you talking about? Like there's no questions around.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like without question.
I'm gonna kiss you on the forehead.
So that's the only thing. That's the only thing that you married to is the vagina.
No. That's you asked a specific scenario.
That's at the forefront.
I'm giving you a real answer.
Oh my!
You asked a scenario where you wanted a real answer. I am definitely going in the streets you gonna see y'all gonna be like,
so you're not gonna have no kind of loyalty to me and be like, okay, well, we're gonna work through
That's
this.
not loyal. That's not loyal.
Yeah,
I'll feed you Jello and everything.
No, you done left that woman while she really going through something. You done let that woman to go find something somewhere else.
I'm gonna be at all the visits.
Slides and waiting to exhale. His wife was going through cancer. And he
was ready. He was ready to get it in with somebody else.
I'm a deadpan, but I'm definitely cheating.
Oh Lord,
Yeah,
we're doomed. We're doomed.
but we are dumb though. Like you have to, y'all have to understand that.
I've been dumb a long time.
We don't even mature at the same pace as y'all. Like we probably don't mature until like 38.
You do. Yes.
No, we don't.
The world tells you that you don't.
No, I'm telling you.
Their brain really don't mature like that.
They do that. It is a cop out. Yes,
you gotta listen.
I just matured 2 months ago, and I'm 39.
Oh my! What? So let me ask
Lord.
you. This is not my thing, but let me ask y'all. What makes you think that you're mature? What makes you think that women are more mature? What about women makes you
mentally?
Think
yeah, it's
right. Like, what I'm saying is, why?
Like there are things that women are required to
requirements. Exactly. We can stop right there. It's
hear me out.
Because
hear me out.
Are required.
You gotta hear me out. You asked the question, you gotta let us answer.
Right. You're right. Go ahead.
So there are things as a youth, like for example, your safety can be in danger when dealing with men. Mm-hmm. We don't have to do that. That we don't have to be on our P's and Q's in certain relationships. There's some power dynamic, especially when you're younger. There's some responsibility as it relates to how the world views you versus how the world views us. It's not what we put on you. It's just how society puts on you. And at the same time, you also can bear children. So there are some things that come with that ahead of men. I don't ever have to consider any of those things. Like a lot of men can just walk away from their child. Man. You know what I'm saying? So we don't mature near as fast just because there's a variety of things that can happen with women that don't happen to men. That's not me saying that we are dumb. I am dumb. I can say that definitely. I am definitely dumb. So,
the tongue is powerful. Y'all speaking it over y'all life. So y'all believe
I definitely agree with the power of the tongue. I do. But this is the point. Here it is. So someone just said men are simple. We are simple.
Yeah,
that is probably simple. Maybe not dumb. We are simple.
1 + 1 type. That's me.
1 + 1 to me is 4.
But that's why you also need a good woman, because we think about the things that y'all ain't thinking about.
Oh,
pivotal to growth.
I appreciate the woman in my life. I wouldn't even sit here and say that and that is true that a woman can enhance and accelerate what is in the man that he doesn't see himself, because often men do not reach their full potential if they are without a woman by their side.
But a then there's also drag down for that too, though. You can't you have to accept the person for who they are in that moment, like who they are, because you can't see potential in that person that they don't see that in themselves, right? So they're not going to move in that direction. You know.
Okay. So before we close, it sounds like to y'all, men need to be qualified before you do certain things.
Exactly.
That's it.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
Men need to be qualified. Phil, do you feel like you're qualified?
I'm definitely qualified.
The way you
Hey, Shirley, don't be looking at me like that. I see you.
So men need to be qualified for certain things, whether that be intimacy or things that we consider taking care of the home. And y'all would also say that everyone should take care of the home.
Yeah.
I'm all about hiring people.
I mean, because I feel like a lot of men don't realize that we perform based on how y'all treat us. If you're providing X, Y, and Z for us, then we will give you the world. We will give you all of us. But it depends on how you're treating us.
Come on.
I like them.
I don't know if that's true, though. Exactly. I don't know if that's true.
Hey, this is being I'm gonna have to rewind what she just said.
And
Why?
I think
Why do you gotta rewind it? You just heard it.
Right.
I need to hear it again.
I said
All
that
right,
we go ahead.
No, go ahead, Bree.
Yeah,
No, I was just saying that women perform based off of how the men.
You ain't lying.
and Bree's volume just went out. All right. So closing remarks. Shirley, what you got?
What I got?
We mirror the man's action.
Really men and women. Take expectations off the table. And meet.
Say it again. You broke up.
Shirley, come on.
Take men and women, take our expectations off the other where we're at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Learn to get to know people. You allow expectations and all this stuff to come into play.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Jay, what you think?
I think that you should treat people how you want to be treated. Balance is important, and know yourself, know thyself when it comes to relationships and what you want. To be intentional and just stay prayed up and go to therapy.
Hey,
period.
I'm all for staying prayed
Jay
up.
don't play, man. Jay,
I'm all for that.
I know it. I can tell by the look in your eyes. You okay?
All right, what you think? Bree, I'll go to you. Last comments.
I think that it's also important. Like in my relationship, I do check-ins to make sure that my man is happy with how I'm presenting myself, and like in our relationship, and making sure that he good. Okay, like do you think there's something that we can work on, that we can build on, that we can change up? Like making sure you do like check-ins. If you gotta do them quarterly, monthly, whatever you need to do, but have an open communication line so that each person feels safe enough to communicate, talk about it, and move forward.
Okay, I mean, Bree gonna give you an employee evaluation. She must have worked in HR at some
Bree,
point.
you
She must have worked in HR.
Never.
Man, I really think of my
Tanaja, what you got? Tanaja, what you got?
Therapy for yourself before you get out here trying to fool around with other people. When you find that person, you find somebody you want to really like chill with. I believe in like monthly check-ins. Are we still good? We still on the same page? We still want each other? You know what I'm saying? Like we still here.
Check-ins, yo. I'm doing it wrong. I ain't done not one check-in.
No, check-ins are good because sometimes somebody may have missed something and then they holding on to something and then you
might be feeling like the relationship is great and your partner might be like, I'm miserable. You know?
So definitely check in. You check in with your friends, so you should check in with your partner. Like
I don't check in with none of the poor horsemen. Not at all. I don't even like
I just got out the hospital yesterday.
Phil got traded. You know what I'm saying? Phil ain't even supposed to be on this. He's supposed to be at the Universal Circus right now. We kicked him off the pods. All right, Asia, what you got? What you got, Asia?
I mean, I agree with everything these beautiful ladies said. Be self-aware.
That's right.
Know thyself. Seek therapy. It's not a weakness. Communicate. Also realize too that everybody, like, you should give 100% of yourself in a relationship, and your 100% may vary to a day to day. So, and that's like it's a partnership. So if you know yourself, your partner knows themselves, and y'all know each other, it'll balance out. And also realizing too that everybody's love languages evolve. So those check-ins and things like that are very important as well.
Okay. All right, Phil, closing remarks, brother. What you got? We're gonna make it an hour today too. We like 15 seconds out. What you got, Phil?
I love women. Y'all are.
Why you say it like that?
I'm just saying.
Was that a question?
I love women, and there's many different type of women, right? Love is love, and all a man wants is peace. That's it. That's it, man.
All the
That's how
men,
you want to speak.
all the men want
Wise words.
Wait, hold on. I don't,
Yeah.
You told us
I
a
don't know
mouthful.
anything that he's talking about. I would say that.
Did he say all men want peace? All he wanted is peace?
That's what he said.
Peace.
Or
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
he
peace.
want, oh, peace. Okay. PEACE. Okay.
Oh, we
Yeah,
want
And
that.
it's the
That
men in the
we
comments
want
really like
you
hyping what
too.
Phil said, like he really said a word.
Look, shout out to Greg Cormino for sponsoring. Shout out to Greg Cormino for sponsoring this live. I should have said it at the beginning. My bad. I'm messing up the money. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them for sponsoring this live. But I would close it by saying this, that while a man typically is put in the position to pick a mate, so to speak, the woman does have to qualify who the mate is. Oftentimes men, we can put on a lot of gloss. We can look shiny. We can look like we're prepared for a long-term commitment when in reality, we're not. So I encourage most women I would tell you to hold back some things before you decide that this brother is it, or because oftentimes we can pull wool over people's eyes. We definitely can. That is something we are good at. We are proficient at that. And let alone if you're giving us some peace and coochie, which they said is a shirt.
I'm trying. That
we will do a
coochie
lot
is the real
to
deal.
pull wool over our eyes. So I kind of agree that maybe you should withhold, might be the wrong word.
Boundaries.
But boundaries. And according to Phil, he loves all women.
Come on, y'all so beautiful.
Yeah, all y'all need is
he thinks Shirley and Jay have the voice of goddesses, which they do.
Man,
which I ain't gonna lie.
good.
All y'all have the voice of goddesses, by the way. Asia, for a little while, you was looking crazy on screen. We didn't know what was going on. I was about to kick you out too. But you look at so Bree, Tanaja, Shirley, Jay, Asia, we appreciate y'all joining us. Savvy, we're gonna get you ready for next week. We know you had some technical difficulties. This has grown each time that we've done it, so we appreciate y'all joining us. Next we'll be back with another In Women's Life. Y'all stay on. I'm gonna drop the live stream now, so y'all stay on.